Number 10. Rich Player. The main character is super rich and he's used to spending expenses around others on the down low. With the help of modern technology, the main character comes to know that the world economy will crash in a few years, and the currency of a VR game will be used instead of real cash. So the main character starts putting all of his money into the game world, having the most extravagant equipment and armor. In the gaming world, there's nothing that can't be solved with money. Number 9. Welcome to the Nightmare Game. Kui Liren unfortunately got a black screen when he cleared the first ending in Nightmare Game. On the way on the bus to repair the computer, the bus collided with a sudden truck, and the injured passengers were taken to the hospital. When he woke up, Kui Liren found out that he was lying in the empty infusion hall, and there was no one to be seen in the huge hospital. This is more like a survival in an MMORPG game world, Manhwa, just like the Alice in Borderland manga and series. Number 8. City of Sanctuary. Fantasy, a popular VR game that sweeps the world. Some people found out that they can enter the game through another way, which makes it possible for them to bring the items and skills they obtained in the game back to reality. But at the same time, dying in the game world would mean actually dying in real life. Fang Tian has been in the game world for more than 10 years. When he returned to reality, the world he knew was completely changed. Number 7. Fatal Code. In a game, the top master Tulan received the message of seeking help from his brother Tumu. After he got off the line and investigated, he discovered that Tumu in the real world was actually a fake one and was pretending to be his brother. Tulan then logged into the game, trying to save the real Tumu, only to find he was unable to get off the line and was hunted by his former full-leveled account. This manhwa is very good. There are a lot of things going on and the story has a lot of depth to it. The main character is trapped inside the game, and if he dies in the game world, he will die in the real world too. Number 6. The Legendary Mechanic. Han Zio, a veteran player of the game Galaxy, died unexpectedly in the middle of doing a level request. He was transmitted to the game world 10 years earlier and became an NPC with the player's panel, and was reborn in the base of the game's villain. In order to survive, Han Zio resolutely chose the mechanic occupation and concentrated on cultivation. Familiar with the iterations and rules of multiple versions of the game, he vowed to lead the army of machines, overthrow the villains, and rise from scratch to become the strongest NPC in the game. This manhwa is super good and a little bit dark at start. Number 5. My Level's the Best. Lee Seawu became a beta tester for the first virtual reality game, but due to the incomplete system, participants weren't able to disconnect from it. Lee Seawu survives alone amid the deaths of all the other participants. He then wakes up from his coma at the same time when the game's official service starts. After recovering his health, he finds out that now his family has a lot of debt because of him. He logs back into the game with his existing character and is determined to use everything he has to take advantage of the game and become rich. Number 4. The Strongest Florist. The main character has a scary face. Mostly, people think he is evil after looking at his face. The main character is kind-natured and he has a dream of opening a flower shop, but his father does not allow him to open a shop, so instead of opening a flower shop in real world, he focuses on opening it in the virtual game. This manhwa is super good and it becomes better and better by every chapter. The first few chapters can be a little bit lame for some people, but art and story progression are very good. Number 3. The Player That Can't Level Up. Kim Gigyu awakened as a player at the age of 18. He thought his life was on the track of success, climbing the tower and closing the gates. But even after clearing the tutorial, he was only level 1. He killed a goblin a day and he was still level 1. Even after 5 years, he was still level 1. He tries everything possible to level up, but it seems he is stuck on level 1. Then accidentally, he finds an ego sword which can level up, so instead of leveling himself, he starts leveling his ego sword. This is a super awesome manhwa with dungeons and guilds and stuff. The story and art are also pretty good. Number 2. Ranker's Return. In the early days of the virtual reality game Arena, the main character Milligot was the strongest ranked player in the entire world. At that time, he was super rich and gradually he lost interest in the game and deleted his character. But for some unforeseen circumstances, his family was betrayed and they became bankrupt. So in order to restore his bankrupt family and take revenge on those who are responsible for his family's downfall, he returns to Arena. Number 1. Player. The main character is an everyday high school student. One day, he was reading a famous webtoon and he did not like how the story was progressing so far. The god of that webtoon world transported the main character into that world and tasked him with reaching the top of the tower and becoming the number 1 ranked player in that world. This is a super awesome manhwa with amazing art. It starts slow, but the character development is solid. Only problem is that the main character's partner, the Sword Excalibur, is super annoying and does childish things every now and then. Thanks for watching our video. Make sure to tell us your opinion in the comments section. We will be happy to discuss it with you.